Hello guys, this is Dileep Nigam, certified John Maxwell coach, trainer, speaker coming at you. And today I'm going to talk about law of intentionality from John Maxwell's book 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. But before I touch the subject, let me ask you a question. How do you define success? What is the definition of success for you? Have you even thought about that? Earl Nightingale, the famous author, writer and speaker, defines success as progressive realization of a worthwhile goal. Now, if you deeply look at this definition, there are two components to that. First is a worthwhile goal. There has to be a destination before the journey can be undertaken. And the second key component is progressive realization. It means the journey, it's a journey. Success is a journey, it's not a destination. You progressively attain it one step at a time. Now, having said that, let me bring you to 2010 and share a small story with you. I was in Singapore at that time. I was operating as a commercial head for a French multinational in Singapore, having great life and career. Family was fully settled. We have been in Singapore for 17 years. And that stage in life, I took a challenge on me to migrate to Canada and resettle myself. I had never worked in Canada. I had no idea about the scenarios in Canada, but I decided to migrate to Canada. But that was a decision taken in January 2010. But having taken that decision, I started preparing myself. I said, I have to identify my growth gaps. I have to identify the gaps which I can fill in before I land over here. And I understood that I had never worked in hydropower industry. Let me start understanding the hydropower industry and the details of it. So I started studying it. I undertook certain courses on the commercial law in the North America. I even sent my degree, engineering degree, for accreditation to BCIT to get it ready. I started studying the North American culture and the social fabric so that I am fully prepared to land here and adjust myself in the new culture. Now, having prepared myself, I landed here in July 2010. Just after a couple of months, I got a call from BC Hydro, undertook the interview, and I joined them at the management cadre and continued there for 6 years very successfully. Now, why did I share that story? I was optimistic about my success in life and career anyways, but I challenged myself because the dream of giving the best life to my family was paramount in my life. It was near my heart and I wanted to get the best for my family, and I challenged myself, but I did not come here blindfolded. I prepared myself to land here and succeed. And that is what leads to law of intentionality. John says, growth, and especially internal growth, is not accidental. It is intentional. Internal growth is not like the age and the body, that the body grows with age. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be intentional about it. Why many people don't grow internally? Because they feel, because of certain reasons called growth gaps. And what are the growth gaps? Knowledge gap. I don't know where to grow. Another gap could be the timing gap. Maybe the timing is not right. We don't grow that way. But there is another key element which holds you back from going internally. It's called fear factor. We are fearful of failing. We are fearful of being laughed at by others. John says, is your motivation to succeed bigger than your fear? If not, feed your belief and faith so much that it will starve your fear. Very profound statement. With that in mind, how do we grow? And what is a growth plan and how to prepare a growth plan? There are a couple of steps to that. Let me tell you the first step. The first step of growth plan is commit to yourself to grow. Let me repeat, commit to yourself to grow. Second step of the growth plan is you have to announce it and make it public. Make it public. Third step of the growth plan is identify the areas of growth. But don't talk about growing in 10 areas. Anywhere from 2 to 5. And John prefers 2. First, area of choice. Area of choice could be your self-discipline, your belief system. It could be anything, your attitude. And the second area of growth can be area of skill. For example, I had to prepare myself for hydropower industry. I had to accredit myself in the commercial laws in North America. These were the growth gaps for me and I started preparing for them. Now, fourth step is Commit 1 hour per day into working on these areas. And the areas of work will be preparation, practice, and reflection. You have to prepare yourself how you want to work on it. Second, act on it and reflect back. What did you accomplish it? And having moved forward, share the progress with somebody who you believe will cheer you up, applaud you, and encourage you. Sharing with people who believe you, encourage you is very, very vital. Okay. Now, what I'll suggest is go back and think about it. What are your growth gaps? And how do you plan to grow in future? Do you have a growth plan? Do you have an intentional growth plan for yourself? Have you identified the areas of growth? And share it on this video. How do you want to progress in life? And have you identified the growth areas? And what are the growth areas you want to work on? And if you like this video, click like button. Share with some people who would benefit from this video. And also subscribe to my video channel, and I would be sharing more leadership topics in the next weeks. Thank you and have a blessed day.